Can we talk or not talk, family?
Shalom, shalom, family. It's your brother Chris. I pray all is well. I pray everybody having a beautiful and blessed day. I got a special guest tonight. We got my brother, my aunt, Yeruel. Hallelujah. What's going on, my brother?
Man, all praise to the Most High. I'm doing well. All praise to the Most High for another day, another opportunity to share wisdom, help people have something positive to listen into and watch. You know, that's why we do it, right? To give them some edification, motivation, inspiration. So, hey, I'm always honored to do that, bro. Honored to be here on your show. Can we talk or not talk? All praise to the Most High.
All praise to the Most High, man. It definitely is an honor having you on, my brother, and especially for this serious topic right here. The importance of a father in the home. And this is going to be a serious topic, family. So stick with us. It's going to be a great discussion. Shalom, shalom to Sister Love Plate. Shalom, shalom to you, sister. Glad that you are in here. Hallelujah. All praise be to the Most High. But yeah, we're going to get right into this thing, family. Welcome back to another edition of Can We Talk or Not Talk? So first, I'd just like to start with the question. So for you, the importance of a father being in a home, and especially not just a father, but a active father and a father who is after the Most High's heart, a father who is a spiritual man as well. The importance of a father being in the home, what do that looks like to you, my brother?
That's a good question. Good question. Because I think a lot of people might have different opinions, right? But nevertheless, we should always start off with what the Most High says, right? I want to say, like, to me, it's wisdom, right? That you have to apply. When you look at everything in the world that Abba has created, creatures, animals, bugs, flowers, trees, right? Everything has an order, right?
Right.
And when you begin to reorganize the natural order, things begin to look different and begin to transform and begin to become out of order. So having a father, in the house that is actually doing what a father's supposed to do according to the Most High, right? This is how we bring forth the order of the Most High within the households. The reason why we don't see a lot of order in the households, because it might be a man in the house, but he not being a man of Yah. It might be a woman in the house, but she not being a woman of Yah, which could sometimes set off the man of Yah, just depending on what type of man you is. So having a father in the house is everything. We can look at all the different down the line and generations after generation and see how many fatherless homes haven't really went that well. And then even if you say, oh, well, you know, they went to college, they graduated, they got a good job, that doesn't mean that they had the foundational things that they needed to receive from a father. The reason why the Most High gives us children is to raise them up in the way that they should go. When you're not there to show them and be a guide to them, there's a lot of things they got to learn that they could have learned from you and be further ahead, right? Sometimes you're setting your children back because they never had that father. They didn't have the father to show them. So I like to say, for some people, they say having a father in the house is mainly for the young man. You're absolutely wrong. A young man definitely needs his father, but equally, a young lady definitely needs her father. And I'm not talking about any father. I'm not saying a father that's just there, but a father that's there doing the will of the Most High, being the vessel of the Most High, setting up that structure and standard of the Most High in the house. So when children don't have it, a young lady or a young man, this does a lot to them, right? I can say that from my own personal experience of now having a father in the house for a while. Now you have your stepfathers and stuff. Some people do, and all that. But having no father in the house, teaching you about things like you might grow up not knowing what marriage is like because you never had a father to teach you, and you don't know what a man should really do because you never had a father to teach you. And then when you did have a father, the father was teaching you the wrong thing. So it's like it's one thing to have it's one thing to say have a man in the house, and then it's another thing to say, well, my father is still a boy.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? So if your father is acting like a boy, then you never had an example of a father. You never have an example of how to be a man because the fathers still have that boy syndrome. They still worry about worldly things. They haven't matured. They haven't put away the childish things they self. They out here immature on a spiritual and physical level. So that sets off the balance. Just like I just said, there's a balance in nature. There's a balance with animals. There's a balance with, you know what I'm saying, creatures and insects and all that. There's a balance. When we set off that balance, we have what you see today. Chaos. We have broken children broken on a spiritual and emotional level. My daddy ain't there for me. Why my daddy don't love me? And when the daddy is there, is the dad able to be a dad? Because now, because of all the psychology or the mental warfare that we have been under, from the Willie Lynch to the slavery and all the different things that passed down. A lot of people are like, oh, that was years ago. Oh, don't blame slavery. But if you have a traumatized people all the way from that time with PTSD passing out, PTSD people that been seeing people hanging from trees, they were separated from their mother and their fathers. The fathers had to see their wives be raped. The children had to see their mothers be raped. And then you pass down that trauma. And that trauma never got dealt with on a spiritual level. Some people try to deal with it on a carnal level. That's only going to mask it for a while. That's not going to deal with the deep roots of this stuff so that you can truly heal. Okay. So then you pass down that PTSD syndrome. Now your kids have a slight PTSD because you had it. And so you passed it down to them because this is what you taught them. You had PTSD because the trauma and the things you went through because you didn't have a father or you didn't have the right guidance in your household, ahead of your household. And then you pass down that trauma from not having a head of your household, not having a father or having a man in the house who was your father biologically, but he wasn't being the father he was called to be by the Most High. In fact, he was a terrible father. So it's still trauma either way, and it's being passed down, and it's keeping a broken structure. And so, in order to build up a proper household, you have to have a proper head. If you don't have the head, if you don't have the foundation, if you don't have the order of Yahuwah correct, you're going to have all these different products. You're going to have all these different outcomes, except for the outcome of Yahuwah, because Yahuwah has set up a standard and we need to follow it. Woman and man, everybody has to be in line with what thus says Yahuwah. What the Most High said is good. He is Tov. So his order is Tov. If you want to see the fruits of his order, then you must be in order. And that's our problem. We want to do everything. A lot of people want to do everything on their own. They have their own generational habits, or you can say traditions. Like you said to the Pharisees, why do your traditions cause you to transgress my law? So there's men that keep traditions from other men that has nothing to do with Yahuwah, ain't doing nothing good for their household. They need to put away any trash tradition that ain't helping you be the man that you're supposed to be in righteousness, and teach your kids and protect your kids and be head of your house, love your wife. Be a man who knows how to teach people how to overcome emotions and everything. We need that. Even young ladies need a father, right, to show them authority. Because then they get out here and you have all these. That's why I would say it's men and it's young lady and young man. They both need their father. They both need, because now the young lady get out here and she has no sense of listen to authority. And then there's a man that wants her to submit to authority or submit but she has no sense of submitting because she didn't see mama submitting. She didn't have a father to submit to, or the father that was there didn't care about that. He was busy playing a little boy out there, being a player, and he was out there whipping on mama and all that. So they never had that proper structure, even when if they had a man in the house. If the man wasn't right, he wasn't right. He wasn't giving off the right lesson from his actions, right? So the importance is the importance is severe, and if we don't fix it, there's just going to be nothing but continual trouble. Period.
Shalom, shalom,
shalom, shalom,
shalom, shalom, Elder Suka. Shalom, shalom, my brother.
All
hey,
praise
yeah, you know, man, you definitely hitting because you know, even in me growing up and not having my father in the house, being for little boys being raised to be men, being raised under a woman, I'm just talking for myself, I took these feminine traits because I didn't have the man that was in the house. So all that I knew was female authority. And that also too, when you have female authority and in my situation, it was a female ruling over me. So I took all of that in and I seen the men that, my mom did kind of have, you know what I mean, was men that was abusive, men that was on drugs, and men that, had that little boy complex. So seeing that, I took all of that in, and at first I rejected that because I'm like, man, the way that he treated my mom, I never wanted to be like that. But then yet, me myself, by having a woman who is, to a certain extent was like ruling over you and beating you down, I grew up and starting to want them type of women. So I got with women who was always in authority over me because I never seen a man who was able to be a man who was in a position to be like, no, this is how a man's supposed to be. So I even got with women who was more stronger than me as far as emotionally and all that. Man, I was tore up, and then it also taught me not to know how to work. That's a big thing. I didn't know how to work. I didn't know how to even nail a hammer into a wall until I met my grandpa. I was like 19 or 20 years old. All I knew was street stuff and this type of thing like that, hustling and all that. And by me picking, these type of women, going after women that was like my mom, but yet anytime I got in these predicaments of these relationships, the one was always I was timid, I tucked my tail, or I was just because of sex and different things like that. I never knew what a position of a man was. So that is very big, especially for young men. And like you were saying about the young girls, it's important for the fathers to be in their life in a righteous way because a lot of little girls they deal with abandonment issues. So they get with a lot of men that is something like what they see or what they see their mama with. So and these are very traumatizing type of things that is like you said, pass on to generation to generation. Oh, as I move on to this, my brother, what is some of the effects of the man not being in the home as far as physically and spiritually to teach these life lessons? Like how can we bridge the gap and bring this back into the home as far as fathers who's want to take care of their children? That's the first question. And then also, how can we fix the problem with a lot of women, some, not all, but some of the women who refuse to allow the fathers to be in the children's life because of their own issues with the fathers, and how that affects the child more than the father. Play it out.
Man, I would say, first off, read them scriptures. Read them scriptures, apply them scriptures. Read them scriptures, apply them scriptures. I'm going to say it again. Simplicity. Read them scriptures, apply them scriptures. Okay. If you love the Most High, obey him. His way is good. He is Tov. If you want balance, if you want order, if you want peace and harmony, follow the Most High. First off. So the way that I would say, to break this generational curse is, hey, you might have grew up in that household. You might have grew up with a father that was there but wasn't a father. But you might have grew up with a man that was there but he wasn't your father and he wasn't treating you like a son or a daughter. You had bad examples. So what you have to do is just be able to be mature enough to say, you know what, I need to be taught all over again because what I was taught wasn't right. I don't need to follow after that, because if I follow after that, I'm following after this chain reaction that our enemies want us to follow after. Because if we keep following that, and there's different categories they expect us to fall in. Or some's gonna fall over here, and some gonna go over there, and they're gonna be in prison. Some gonna go over there and they're gonna be on drugs, and some gonna go over there and they're gonna just prostitutes, and some, and they got their little ratio, right? But what I would say is, to break the curse is to no longer follow the ways that have led to the curse working. Sometimes we have to understand, we want to say we are cursed people, but we are able to rise out of this type of curse right here. All we have to do is be obedient to the Most High, rise up, and no longer settle with this lesson of the world. That it's not a good lesson. This Willie Lynch, this superiority imbalance, the woman and the woman, happy life type. It should be happy life because a woman and a man is doing right according to the Most High. That's what it should be. It's all of these narratives that we've been taught to follow is not good narratives. We have to stop following the world. The world has their standard and Yah has his. If you love Yeruel, you're going to follow his standard. And you know what it is? A lot of people have their own opinion. They have their own opinion. But why would you put your opinion up against Yah's word? Who are you to put your opinion against Yah's word? Maybe you don't understand Yah's word. Maybe you should humble yourself so as a woman or a man, you can understand what Yah is telling you to do as a man. What is Yah telling you to do as a woman? What does it really look like when you're taking your place? What does it really look like when a man takes his place? What does it really look like when a woman takes her place? You need to open up your heart to Yahuwah and close your heart to the narratives of this world that ain't right. Because the narratives of this world is what got us in this chaotic cycle of broken homes. If we have broken homes, we will never have a nation, because it starts there. You see what I'm saying? It starts there. And a lot of the kids are suffering. A lot of the kids are products of households that were in a famine of a father, a famine of a real mother. They have households where the mom is there, but she not being a mama. They have a household where the father's there, but he's not being a father. Then they have households where the mother's not there and the father's there, but because he didn't get taught how to be a father, he's not really being a father after Yahuwah's heart, so he ain't teaching them right. That's still a curse going forth, right? And then you have a father that might be there, but the woman ain't there, and she don't want to follow order because she never had a father. See how it's affecting both? See how a father not being in the house affects the woman and the man. Now the woman don't grow up. She has no sense of authority. You're trying to rule over your kids. She's always battling with you. She wants to say, she wants the last word. It used to be go ask your daddy. Now it's like the daddy like, well, go ask your mama, like tucking your tail. You don't even know how to be. Come on. You don't even know how to be a man. She don't even know how to allow you to be a man because she's never seen that order. She's never seen Yahuwah's order in action. What they seen in action was out of ordinance, and so they're following these type of out of order things, and they have the fruits from it. And so it's a curse that we are allowing to live. We are allowing this curse to live. We can break, it says in the scripture, generational curses. Right? Well, let me say it. We can break generational curses. Let me say that, right? So we have to be willing to say, you know what? I recognize that I didn't have the right foundation as a child. Just like me, I recognize I didn't have the right foundation as a father, as a child. I couldn't go off of what I learned. If I go off what I learned from a broken home, then I'm gonna be a broken man, and then I'm gonna pass on brokenness. to my children. If I cleave to that, like it was good, it's the way, then that's the ways in which my life is gonna take form in. Those are the fruits that I'm gonna carry. But I have to be able to be willing to say, I love my mama, I love my father, but whatever wasn't right in the sight of the Most High, I'm not gonna follow it. I'm a take back my power. I'm gonna break this curse, right? So now I would say, fathers, look, it's not about just going to get a woman. You got to listen. See, it's about the whole foundation now. If you really want to break, like, they get real. It's a real conversation, because if you really want to break the foundation up, you gotta first, like, understand what a man is before you get in a relationship. You got to be ready to be a man before you go and get a woman. You got to be ready to take care of business. Some people, we just go and do things and not ready for the responsibility that comes with it. You go have sex, you got kids. Now you're not ready for the responsibility, because that's what your daddy did. That's what your mama did. So now you following after this curse. You never seen nobody show you, I'm taking care of responsibilities. And then if you know what I'm saying, and when we talk about responsibility, we ain't just talking about what people say. We talking about in a way that is pleasing and acceptable to the Most High, because that's the order that we're looking to follow. That's what's going to perfect a father. That's what's going to perfect a household. That's what's going to perfect headship. That's what's going to perfect motherhood. Yahuwah, he's the creator. Stop trying to make your own standard. Look for the right standard through Yahuwah. Stop following this crappy foundation that's built on sand. It's built on sand. You will keep sinking here or there or there and there. So build this house on a rock. Build this house on Yahushua HaMashiach, right? Because our kids are suffering, not just the kids, but there's parents that are suffering from still what they had done to them as a child. They have trauma.
Come on.
Come on. They have trauma from their childhood that they don't even realize it's lingering on their children. So it's like a PTSD type syndrome, but it's a spirit. We know the world like to call things this and that, but there's a PTSD type spirit, okay? That lingers along in that PTSD syndrome. And now you hurt, you traumatized, right? And now you don't recognize, but because you're traumatized, the way that you're raising up your kids, the things that you're showing them is traumatized things. You're broken. You're showing them brokenness. You're not showing them strength. You're not showing them survival. You're not showing them rising above it. You're showing them I'm broke. You're showing them, and it's not to blame nobody. You know, it's not about the blame game, but it is about to say, hey, we gonna break the curse or not? Because our fathers in them and our grandmothers in them, and some of them didn't have a way. They didn't have a way.
Come on, man. You just dropping nuggets, man. Because that's exactly what it is. You know, we you know, this is not to blame nobody. It's easy. Some people say it's the man, it's the woman, it's this and this. No, it's both. Really, if you want to be technical, because like you saying, when the man and the woman turn from the Most High and turned into doing what the world do and wanted to do what they wanted to do, and they neglected their family to go after selfish ambitions, go after selfish things to go get themselves together. They neglected the children, and also with the traumatizing, then we took that on, and then we passed that traumatizing or that trauma to our children. And that's the reason why it's still like that, because a lot of us, like you said, we haven't even healed from trauma. 30, 40, 50 years old, and you still got problems with your mom, with your dad, and this and things that you never dealt with because society teaches you. And also, this is also on ourselves too, because it teaches us to, I could just mask it, or I could just sex it away, smoke it away, drink it away, or I could, forget about it and think that it's not there, but yet it is there, and it's showing up in our relationships and our children and our marriages and our houses. Is showing up because you still haven't dealt with that. And getting healed is one of the biggest things that, we also first is turn to the Most High. We have to do that first. We have to get that right. But being healed, be able to be healed, stop holding on to things that has happened to you as a child, because like brother said, you're passing that same that same type of trauma to your children. That same spirit is just keeps going. It's just lingering. Nobody want to deal with nothing. Go ahead,
and it gets worse. And like you said, they're passing along. Like I said, and like you said, it's passing along. But also when it's passing along, it's getting worse. Now look at the young ladies today trying to be mothers. They worse than the mothers that wasn't already in place. There's mothers that wasn't even being of Yah, but now these other children that's trying to be mothers, they even worse off than their mother that wasn't right. It's waxing worse. This is a serious topic. We have to, like, it's like the spirit of Elijah. It's like, fathers, come back to being fathers of Yahuwah. Mothers, come back to your place and be mothers of Yahuwah. We have people that call themselves fathers and mothers that does not hold the wisdom of a father and mother. And so now you have fathers and mothers that's really demons, okay? Because if you are demonically possessed as a father and you're demonically possessed as a mother, your children are being raised up by the demonic because you were weak. You were weak or unknowing or ignorant of the generational curses and the way that you was living and the results of it. So now we got to just tell it like it is, right? We got to tell the truth. I mean, come on, this is what, can we talk or not talk? It get real. It gets real. So, man, look, it goes back to even like, it takes me to like knowing certain situations, like when a woman don't have a father in their life, when a young lady didn't have that father, not only does she not understand authority, right, but she gets involved in that feminist type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Woman this and woman all this and woman all that. And it's not that women ain't powerful and great in the way that the Most High made them, but it goes flowing out into something else now. Now it's woman against men. Now it's these men ain't nothing. You know, just because you never had a man that was something. You see what I'm saying? In your life. And not only that, but it can make a young lady hateful towards a man. She wants a man to do what she wants to do, but she hates when somebody trying to tell her what to do because she never learned to love a man at a young age that was telling her what to do. She didn't have that. She had a father that pushed her away. She had a father that didn't care about her. So now you trying to show care, or you're showing this authority, and it doesn't sit right with her because she never had it. She uncomfortable. She needs to heal from her childhood trauma. She needs to heal from not having a father in the home. He needs to heal. Young man, the young man's he get married, but he don't even know half of the things he's doing, and he's not ready to lead the woman. And so now it's a bunch of trauma in the house. Now it's a bunch of a room for the devil to move around in this marriage because the head ain't on point. And if the head is sick, then the whole body gets sick. That's order. That's order. You know what I'm saying? You know, the captain goes down with the ship. So, you know, the enemy doesn't want headship in the way of the Most High, because when you got headship that's doing what thus says the Most High, you got a powerhouse, you got protection, you got a shield. You get what I'm saying? You got that guard that stops anything from getting out of order, because man of Yah are watchmen. Man of Yah stand up. Man of Yah protect the vineyard. We water the vineyard. We feed the vineyard. We don't let no thief in the vineyard. We protect our sheep. You know what I'm saying? By all means necessary. By all means necessary. You feel me? So it's like, when you don't have that type of spiritual man, a lot of people say alpha male. A lot of people that say they alpha males ain't spiritual alpha males. They just some alpha wicked males. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that. We need men that understand who a woman is, and we need men that understand who a man is on a spiritual level, emotional level. We need to be able to take our place as man and allow the woman to be a woman too. But when you a man and you don't been raised up by your mother, and your mother, you know, sometimes she couldn't understand you because you was going through growing into a man, and she trying to give you what the best that she know, but you irritated with your mama now. Now you have this syndrome of being so irritated with a woman because all you knew was woman. All you knew was that energy. You trying to run from that over, you know, and then sometimes women have a lot of emotions that men don't have in the same way. And come on, now that's not your nature, but now you're taking on this emotional nature, overly emotional. Now you're not even ready to be a leader, because you have really you have become a clone of a woman's emotion, because the man wasn't there. So now you look like a man, right?
Right.
Yeah, but your attitude and the way that you deal with life is not like a man.
It's
Come
like a
on.
woman.
So
Come on, now, that's talking.
come on. Come on. They took that out of there strategically because they
Yeah.
understand if the head is there, but he's really dead, it
Come
don't
on.
matter.
It don't
We
matter.
want them to think that they're heads just because they're in the house, but if they're not in the house, in their mind, if they're docile, if they
Yeah.
don't know what a man's supposed to do, if they don't know the operation of a man on the level of the Most High, then really that man is there, but he's dead. They
Come
don't
on.
have what they need to produce the fruit that they need in the family that they need because we have
Exactly.
strategically, crafty, cancelly destroyed what a black man or what a man is really supposed to be. So
Come on.
now we have bad examples that need to be chopped down, plucked out, uprooted, and destroyed.
Come on now.
Pluck it out.
Come on. Because you know, then man, you made a good valid point because then what that produces is, you know, is these neutered or effeminate men who don't have no type of, yeah, they might be in the house, like you say, they in the house, but they've been and checked out because they don't have no type of headship. They don't have no headship. And then this is when you get the Jezebels, let's be real, they take their position, and then you have the Arabs, and then you have he becomes the neck that turns the head. Outside looking in, yeah, she might allow you to be a man in front of people, but secretly she's behind the scenes making all the deals. She's the one that's doing everything. She is controlling everything. And like you said, I think I have scriptures that if it bind, I'm just paraphrasing, but if they bind the strong man, then he'll come in and spoil their goods.
Come on.
So that has happened too, because if the strong man is out of the house, the goods are going to be spoiled. Anybody can come on in and just get anything. That's why. Okay, so we're gonna go here. So they had I seen this on the internet. They had this. It was a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old. The 15-year-old, these both was melanated little girls. So the 15-year-old already had a baby. The 13-year-old was pregnant. And the 15-year-old was telling the 13-year-old, oh, yeah, girl, if your man get out of line, all you got to do is threaten him, take him down to child support. 15 years old already had. See, so this is the thing that has been infiltrated in the houses by the man. Now you have it. And you know she learned that from somewhere. And it's a trait. So if she's seeing how the mom was like the other mom, and the mom didn't have a dad, she didn't have a dad, or if they did, they was in non-effect because they allowed the woman to rule over them because they wasn't right in their right position. So now the goods is being spoiled. These women, these little girls are going out and finding these men to get pregnant and are doing the same thing that some of these women have taught them to. Oh, all you have to do, lay up, get a baby, and government gonna take care of you. That's a problem. People don't want to hear that, but that's a problem. But that's something that has been taught. Why? Because the man is not in there, or if he is in there, I get it. I know some situations that it might be the man, he ain't this, he ain't that, but that's not always the case. Because I have testimonies that some of the women, because of the man didn't want to be with them, that they use the child against the man. And the man wants to be there, but they use the child as collateral to keep the man away from the child. Can we talk or not talk?
Come on. Man, that's real. And this is the messiness about it. And that's why, like you said, can we talk or not talk? Can you handle this or can you not?
It's a real discussion.
Because it gets real, it gets deep. You got to touch on the stuff that people don't like to touch on, because that's the stuff that's keeping this thing functioning. We got to destroy the whole function. We got to really let it go, really reveal that thing, right? But nevertheless, also, it takes me back to the resentment that a woman can have towards a man, because she never grew up with it. She never grew up with a father that loved her and took care of her. If she might have grew up with a father that didn't care for her, or that wasn't near, didn't even see her as love. Now she have she has depression issues, or she has issues with knowing what love is supposed to feel like, because from a man she never had that right love, and it's sad to say. So now she out there trying to find love. We don't heard this many times before, in all the wrong places. Your daughters can live, and this, I know people, somebody might not agree with this, but nevertheless, because the father's not in the house and that young lady is looking for a male type of energy, and she don't know what type of energy she's really supposed to be looking for in a man, she's going to go after whatever comes. That's how the devil going to get her and turn her out into a whore. Because now she thinks this man that's running game on her is a good man. But no, he's not that man you look for. And you looking for a fatherly like man, but you don't even know what a fatherly like man is, because you really never had it. Come on. So now, or you go into this place where you resent man. I don't need no man. My mama didn't have no man. She raised all her 6 kids. I don't need no man. And then, so every time y'all get into it, or every time she disagrees with you, she goes into this single woman, I'm every woman in this negative way type of energy. We ain't talking about every woman that can help out, build up a house. We talking about a woman that just feel like I don't need no man. And that's if we didn't need each other. The Most High wouldn't have put it together like that. If we don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just like Yah did what he did because Yah knows what he's doing. He's the great I am. So put some respect on that. First of all, we got a lot of trauma that needs to be dealt with on the side of the young, and then the young man, like you said, young man, he's so emotionalized, or he been so, dealing with a woman that's broken because the mama's broken. Say the mama didn't have a daddy. And so the mama that's raising up the son, and she went down the same course as her family, and now she's without a husband because she don't know how to submit to a man. And then when she do get a man, she go get a thug, because that's what she likes. She don't like a man that's gonna be a man, because when she see that's foreign. She like, what you tell me what to put on? Don't tell me you don't like what I'm wearing. Oh, you too sensitive. Oh, you sound like a punk. You telling me you this and that. You got problems. You don't even know how to treat a man. You don't even know what you're supposed to be getting from a man. So you all over the place, and you don't even know when you all over the place emotionally. The devil using you to cut down some stuff, to break down some stuff, and to whip that man into staying a boy. Come on. And so now then you look at him and say, you ain't even man enough, but yet you trying to play the man and the woman. You not giving him the room to even surge into being this man because of your trauma, because of your lack of understanding headship. So it's terrible on both sides. Like when a young lady don't have a father, and when a young man don't have a father, because that young lady now she trying to be the man, and you like, no, we can't both be the head. And so now y'all bumping heads while trying to both be the head, instead of y'all both submitting and y'all both submitting y'all places and working together in unity as a husband and as a wife, side by side, right? Wife can, and I don't agree with that. So wife can be side by side. Side by side don't mean that she's the head. Side by side just mean that this is my backbone. This is my wife. This is me. Right. This is my bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. This is me. We side by side. She know her place. I know mine. You understand that? Right? And when we rock together in that, and we keeping the commandments of the Most High, we're going to bring forth that fruit. We're going to build up the kingdom. We're going to build up houses and communities that's pleasing and acceptable to Yah. And then from that, it's going to come a better foundation for the next generation and the next generation. Right. So come back to being fathers, man. Your kids are suffering. Not only is the kids suffering, you are suffering. You suffer from not being the father you need to be. You wonder why you're so way down. You wonder why you feel like things ain't going good for you. Maybe it's because you brought some kids in here that you ain't even caring about. You only care about why ain't nothing going good for you. That's over with. It's not just about you. You have kids now. You took on a responsibility that you now don't even have the understanding on how to do it. So now you're going out here want to be mischievous. You're going out here, you want to lay down. You want to go over here and put your seed in a woman, but you don't want to take care of the seed to come out the woman. No. I understand you might didn't have no daddy, but you need to get around wise men. You need to get around brothers and sisters that's going back to the Father and receive knowledge and understanding from the Father, so you can break that curse. Because if you don't break that curse, you're going to be even more hurt than you is. You're going to be more hurt than you was in your childhood, because you're going to wax worse and worse. It's time to heal for real. Okay? For real. All that fake healing, I'm healed, but you not. We ain't masquerading nothing. We ain't pushing nothing under the cover. We ain't doing none of that. That's not helping us survive. we want to rise up and really be children of the Most High.
Yeah.
We got to deal with this, man. And women, you got to understand, like, that man wasn't there when your father wasn't there. That man wasn't there when your mama was being the head of the house. And some women, we understand you had to come the head of the house. But even in that, there's still a bad fruit. When a woman got to rise up and be the man, and the man not the man. Now, if the woman had to do what she had to do because the man passed away, the Most High got you. But I'm saying, it's not Yahuwah's will for us to have kids and to have a broken headship. It's not. That's been our way of living. Well, if I don't like him, it's over with. I'm gonna just go get another man. Now this kid got to call another man father. Now this young lady got to call another man father that don't really care nothing about her because he has no spiritual and physical attachment. It's different when you bring kids in the world. They're blood of your blood and flesh of your flesh. And the way that you love your own flesh, the way that you love your own seed is very different than somebody else coming into the house loving your kid. I ain't saying it can't be. Most High will can be done. The Most High can send a righteous man that will come and love your kids, maybe even better than the man that wasn't doing right was doing, or maybe just as good as the man that maybe went home. You know what I mean by that? He died. Okay, so it's different circumstances, but let's not get out of order and immature. The Most High made us in a way to keep us in a certain harmony and unity. So he didn't make us to say, oh, when you get married, it's good for you to separate. He said from the beginning, it was not so, unless a woman commit adultery. He's saying, you know that, look, y'all supposed to grow together. Y'all supposed to bring forth fruit together. Y'all supposed to work out things together. Now everybody, just soon as something go down that you don't like, you don't even know how to deal with nothing. The woman don't know how to deal with nothing because she never had to see her father and mother deal with something the right way. When they did see them deal with it, it was them beating each other, them yelling and screaming, them falling out, separating. Then another man was in the house in the midst of the separation. So the daughter seen mama had another man, and the man gone, and daddy back at the house, and they back fussing and fighting. They had a couple good days, and they think that's the cycle of life. So they following the same traditions, man. They following the same vain old thing, man. And now by the time your daughter get 30, she done been ran through and ran out. Now by the time your son get 30, he done been
he got 2, 3, 4 baby mamas.
We don't got 5, 6 baby mamas, baby mama drama, domestic violence, all of this. All of this has a part to play in a father and a mother. I'm gonna say fathers and mothers not being who the Most High told them to be, because like we just said, this is a conversation about the importance of not a father being in the house, but a father can be in the house and not be able to thrive as a father because of the unrighteousness or the lack of submissiveness, the lack of submission, I say, of a woman. So if that woman keep, she causing chaos, she always combative. She in the face. She don't treat you like a man. She treats you like a boy. But when it's time to fight somebody, when somebody breaks in the house, she like, get up, go get be the man now. But you already don't trust. You already trained the man into being a wimp. Now he don't talk on wimp-like syndrome. Now he's a punk. Now he's a wimp. Now he don't surrender his authority to you. He looking at you like, you go get him.
Right.
He looking at you like, you go work. He looking at you like, you go pay the bill. Because you don't beat the man down so much, he don't even have that man-like energy no more. Because you don't exactly what the enemy wanted you to do. And now that man is so beat and wore down from trying to please a woman that really don't like a man, because what she don't see in man in her life, she want a man, but she want a man in the way that she wants a man. She wants to create a man like a created person on a game. You know how you can create your own person? They want to create what they want. And if it's not fitting their whole entire dream, if something's out of order, they feel like it's time to go crazy. That ain't it. All of us got something to heal from. So if you come together, recognize that, hey, there's some things I might have went through when I was a child that you're going to see me heal from. If you my woman, you recognize that, let's help me heal. If you're a man and you see your woman and you know she didn't have a father, this is why we're supposed to talk. This is why we're supposed to court. This is why we're supposed to get to know each other, get to know each other's circumstances, get to know each other past traumas, because the past traumas can come back and try to be current traumas. You know how to devil work. Come on, man.
Come on, Doc. Man,
That's you up.
Man, that's exactly what it is. And we have to, like you said, we have to be able to be, mature, and to be able to heal and get through this because it's so much broken. Yeah, like let me see, I'm gonna read what Sister Rose put on here. She said, real truth, so many broken families these days. Men nor women think of the kids and how it affects them, only their selfish feelings or needs. Sister, man, that is, ooh, man, that's, hey, you cooking on that. That is so true. It's so many of that because, you know, the man looking at himself, the woman looking at himself, and nobody's looking at the children. They're not looking at the child and how that affects that child. If the man does that to a woman, how is it affecting that child? If the woman do it to the man, how is it affecting the child? Nobody's looking at that. You know, like you said, you know, man, that's beautiful because it's so many. Because it's always, oh, it's about me, 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 me. I got to please me. It got to be about me. And if you don't do what I say, then I don't need you. Or if I do need you, it's only to get sex and pay my bills. Or I just need you to give me a jump off so I can get my rocks off, and then you can kick rocks. So that's the mentality that we have taken on.
Have no love.
Come on, no love. There's no real love.
So that's the foundation that the children was grown in. So what fruit do you think the children are going to have? Your children are your harvest. When you're good parents doing what the Most High told you to do, you're going to have a harvest from your children. That don't mean your children can't turn and go the other way. But if they do, your hands is clean. But if they don't, if they die and mess and your hands is dirty, you're guilty too. But now if you did right and they turn the other way, okay, we understand maturely. You clean. Your hands is clean. You did what you were supposed to do. But when you don't do what you're supposed to do as father and mother to raise up your children, because y'all worried about worried about what you didn't have as a child. I didn't have this as a child, and you out there still trying to get. This world is not of the Most High. We should not supposed to be in love with it. And so much we're trying to fulfill worldly lust and things we didn't do, and you still trying to be a kid because you feel like you didn't have a chance to be a kid because mama and daddy was so busy being gone and fulfilling their purposes. You feel like you had to step up and be more of an adult than you needed to be even when you were a child. So now your daughter is a teenager and you still trying to be in competition with your daughter who's a teenager. Or you trying to be in competition with your son as a father who's a teenager. You jealous of your son. He don't grow up. He get muscular because you didn't have a father. You didn't have what he had. Now you don't even care about the foundation. I love as a father that didn't have my biological father being a father on drugs, right? Let's be really on drugs. My father, I'm gonna tell y'all my story real quick. And it's real. They set a lot of this up. Our enemies did this to us, you know, from the wilderness, from the welfare, and not having a man in the house. They set it up, and then it just we just went with it, and we allowed it to turn into more and more and more, and it has to be like a stronghold on us. But my grandfather is Jewel Cook. All right. When you look up Jewel Cook on the internet right now, it's going to come up. One of the originators of the Black Panther, his picture going to come right up. What did they do to the Black Panthers? They flooded them with crack cocaine. Right. So he somehow got on drugs, but he was a legend. He came back from Vietnam and he didn't have one scratch on him. And then he went to being a Black Panther. So, you know, he was a legend in that area. Right. But they took those legends out. They took those men who was rising up to be alphas, and they brought some foreign in to make these men fear, but not fear. Yeah, they gone. Yeah. Their mental is not there. So now you have a broken home, even with a man in the home, because he's broken mentally. He's on drugs. Then my father came, and he had my father, right? And then my dad also got addicted to crack cocaine. Right. And so then you grow up in a lifestyle with that type of stuff. Right. And then you have problems yourself as a child. And these people who's on drugs don't realize they as crazy as they look, and they is. They're in a whole nother world. They got a whole nother mindset. And it's and that led to a lot of brokenness in my life. That led to a lot of brokenness in my behaviors, right? A lot of anger that I didn't even realize it was. You don't even know. You got to talk to the Most High. You got to get close to wise women and wise men. And people like to send you to worldly cancer. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Worldly cancers can't do for you like a spiritual cancer can. What I mean by a spiritual cancer, I mean a man and woman after Yah's own heart. That's what I mean. We need those counselors, because somebody telling you to stop, think, go. Take 3 deep breaths. That's not going to help you overcome your
type of
trauma.
stuff don't work in the hood.
No, you got things you need to be able to express. You got things that you need to be able to hear somebody that understand where you came from, somebody who's come through many valleys, don't have mercy and don't overcame, and that somebody that can counsel me, but at the same time they counsel me, they can testify of the goodness of Yahuwah. Does that make sense?
Come on, man, that makes perfect sense. Because you know, that was the same. Man, shalom, brother Mike. Everything. I'm gonna read this comment. Everything my brother is saying is exactly what I'm saying to a young man who asked me what to do when I told him what to do. Go take care of your family. I'm lied on and cussed out. Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, it's, you know, some people don't want to receive, you know, counsel. You know, it is what it is on that.
That's how bad we allowed the trauma to get.
Come on.
That's the problem. That's what the devil wants, y'all. You see, they get so, you let it go so long to where it's been so we didn't give aid to it. So the devil know, like, if they don't give aid to this in a certain time, man, it's gonna be like a stronghold on these people. It's gonna take them a good minute to get out of this. So he already calculated. And then when they so happen to get out of this, we're gonna have this plan. The devil's strategic, man. We in real war. Our families are under attack. Our households is under attack. Marriages is under attack, because he knows if you got a righteous marriage, the sanctity of marriage is powerful. That is a weapon of mass destruction against the enemy. When you are a woman and a man that come together in the unity of the Most High, keeping the commandments of the Most High, you take your place as a head, and she take her place as your woman, and she be the woman that builds up a house, and you the man that handles the house, and she do her thing as a woman, you do your thing as a righteous man. Man, y'all building, man, y'all so strong, man, y'all a force to be reckoned with, and the devil fears that. So yeah, that's why marriages is not trending. And then if it's a marriage that's trending, it's worldly. It's worldly. It's not a marriage that's after the standard of Yahuwah. And this is producing bad marriages. Now you have bad fruits or examples of worldly marriage, and you don't even know you married, but yeah, you in a worldly marriage. You ain't living nothing of the Most High. She ain't in her place. You ain't in your place. She thinks she the head. You acting like you the woman. You wonder why people so effeminate. You wonder why a lot of men is and the women are all out of control. Sometimes you got to understand the foundation you grew up in can cause some children, the spirits of homosexuality come in, because guess what? That little boy had no man figure. He had grew up with women, overbearing, didn't see the importance of him having no man in the house, and now he got effeminate because all he was around was effeminate. Now he think he like man. Now he gone. See, the demon came in with that brokenness. It was a way in. That door, that window was open. Now that demon came in. Now he turning your son into a homosexual. Now he turning your daughter into a butch. Now she want to be a man because she had no sense of a man. So she take a charge. I'm the man, and she don't went into a man's type of mindset. And so much it's changing her outer behavior. Now she dressed up like a man. Now she want a woman.
That's a role reversal. That's the whole.
And I'm not saying that's part. I'm not saying that's always the case for that, but that's one of the reasons.
Yes,
that's one of the reasons. Let's be real. Can we talk or not talk? Can you handle this? Or you butthurt? You want to cry and tear? Or do you want to be a part of the solution? Or do you want to be a part of the problem, man? Period, man. Let's wake up. Let's do what we got to do. So Yasharel, rise up and be the fathers you're supposed to be. Rise up and be the mothers you're supposed to be. And don't be trying to take on something you ain't ready to do. Meaning, to whom is given, much is required. When you get children, when you are given children, it's much required of you to raise them children up in the way that they should go. So you need to think to yourself to be ready mentally and physically to be a father and to be a mother. Let go of your trauma before you open your legs and try to build a family. You can't build no real family like that. You build an army of Satan like that. You build an army of demon time mentality children and mothers and fathers like that. You ain't building up righteous man. You ain't building up no kingdom like mindset. You building up fractures. You building up weapons. You building up beasts. Come on, somebody.
Come on now. And this is the reason why that one of Satan's biggest weapon that he used against the so-called the black community was separating the man and the woman, but not coming to be a union, because he knows how important that is. It's the reason why they come in and they have the government and have the women to be beguiled and talking about, oh yeah, the man been ruling over you. Come over here. And they get into the feminist movement. They get us all these things that now will pay you not to have the husband, not to have the man in the house. We will pay you. You don't have, all you have to do is have a children. That's all you have to do. So let's strategically take that out. Let's strategically put the drugs in. And now we have majority of women, not all but some, majority of women who is impoverished or who is in these hood-like type of conditions. We're going to put the government here for assistance, and then we're going to take the man out, no matter if he left on his own or we forced him out because you can't have him in here, or we're not going to give you no assistance. So we are pushing on you to not to be with the man, to have him out the house, so we can mentally destroy you, and we destroy the children at the same time, and we'll get a 2-for-1. Now everybody
assassination. Assassination.
Come on, man.
Come on. That's an assassination. They don't get it. It's strategic. It's crafty. We assassinate the black family like this. We ain't got to just, then we got y'all hating each other. Then y'all hate each other. Come on. And then let's be real. Then we go over sexualize them. So even when a woman and man know each other and come together, they're not coming together in the ways of the Most High. They coming together in the ways of the world. They want your body on my body. That's all they want. Yeah. That's all they want. He don't know nothing about that woman. He don't understand the function of a woman according to the will of the Most High. Why the Most High made his daughters. Why the Most High made a help for a man. He don't know what a man's supposed to be. They just my body, your body. That's what they want, and that's what they think. That's what they become attached with. I don't want nobody else to have my woman because she look good. What about what your woman is on a spiritual level? What about who she is as a child of the Most High? They don't see. So you can look. So they got so many different ways. They assassinated us in this way because now you so over sexualized. You ain't even getting to know the woman for what a woman is. You getting to know a woman for what her body is. And you get to know a man for what his rod is. Now it's about how long is his how big is her buttocks. Now they up in a BBL center. Every girl trying to get a BBL, stinking on the way to hell. Come on, somebody. It's just ridiculous. It don't make no sense. So now it's not about
Come on. There's something else that people don't want to talk about. Hey, we're going to talk about it here. And also something else too. Put up Parenthood, just like every church on the corner in the hood, every liquor store, let's push Parenthood. And then because the mama did that, this did that, this did, we'll pay you to come yank the baby up out you. Now, some people might say, well, what about if they was great and all of this different things like that? I get what you're saying, but majority of the time, can we talk and not talk? Majority of the time, they have been manipulated to do that. When you go to these places are places that majority of the time, these are witches. Let's be real. Because why? Because Satan, he uses that. Sacrifice, blood sacrifice. This is real. These are real things.
Worship. Come on,
this is real things. And why is it only set up in only neighborhoods that look like me and you? These are strategic, these are tactics, these are things that they did. And put it in your mind that this is a good thing to do. Oh, I ain't gotta worry about it. I take my plan B, or I just go down here and I just get it yanked out. I'm good. I ain't gotta take care of nothing. Or to find a right type of man who I know who in his bag, because I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't do this. I just bust it down, give him some good top, and then I could just go ahead and collect the check. Or this man because he hasn't been properly shown how to be a man, he just going to look at these women who just all about their body. And then he go put a baby in them, and he don't even know himself how to be a man.
Come on.
These are the tactics, these are the weapons. This is serious. This is a serious topic. We're trying to come and repair the breaches. Like my brother always like to say, repair the breaches. This is something that is real. We're not here to just erase our breath. Yeah, we're young men, but yet we have been traumatized ourselves. My brother has children. I have sisters and brothers. I have seen this. I've been married. I've been in this. You have children, like little girls and little boys being molested, being in broken homes. Now, if all the men who is the true biological father was good, well, now we can't say that. But What about the ones who you can't just hear one side? Every man is not, oh, he was just a sorry deadbeat. No, that's a lie. No, it's not all just that. Some men wanted to be there, and some women didn't allow that man to be there. We got to be real. We got to balance the thing out. It ain't all, oh, he was just a deadbeat, oh, he just left me, or he did this. No, sometimes it was because you didn't want him because you never had a daddy to show you how to love. And when a man try to come and love and show you how to be loved, you've never been loved, so you don't know how to receive love. Let's be real. Let's balance this thing out. They got so many men, even when I was locked up, that they was down for child support who was paying, and the woman still locked them up. And what they're not seeing is that you get these this crafty counsel for these people who already want you to be in the system and want the man in the system. You listen to him. Now you still ain't get the money because he locked up. Now he done lost his job, he done lost his financing, and guess what? And you still done lost your money. So who really wins? Why they sitting back there smiling? Got him again. Come on, man.
Man, talk about it, right? Talk about it. You hit a lot on the nail. I was just thinking of something that came into my mind, man. Look at the whole strategic design, man. Look at the, it says corrupt communications, corrupt good manners, right? So look at who runs the industry. It's a lot of Jewish people, right? Who runs the industry? Producers, music producers, labels. It's a lot of them are the top labels. And they had a meeting where they were the people who was building prisons had a meeting with certain rappers, and it's a documentary. I think it was Method Man or maybe
dude from Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, dude from Bone Thugs and Harmony. They were talking about how they brought them to this meeting, and they was asking them to create music that talks about killing, stealing, drug dealing, and all that, because they wanted to make a business deal, because they recognize that corrupt communication corrupts good manners. It's in the Bible. This is real. Stop thinking it's fake. So then these labels and stuff, you wonder why they getting Cardi B sounds slow half of the time. She don't even sound intelligent. And this is the women y'all glorify are slow. I'm just gonna be real. They slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't cook clean or nothing. They're slow, but the devil said, I can use you.
Oh, you got that
You're
body.
slow and you got body. And so we want you to help other people be slow and use their body. We don't want you to use your spirit. We want you to stay connected to your flesh.
Come on out.
Right. So they know that corrupt communication corrupts good manners. So they're corrupting your marriage. Yeah, you need to stop watching stuff. You need to stop letting stuff in your eyes. When you get married, there's things out there that's meant to come in and corrupt you. The girl at work, because you had a problem with you, not knowing how to get over things, not knowing how to conversate, not knowing how to love each other. Do you even look at a woman as that's my sister? That's why a lot of the times in the elders in the scriptures, they said, I take not my sister for lust. First, before this was your wife, this should have been your sister. This your sister, this your black sister. This is not even now. That's it. That's just your Israelite sister. This is Zion's sister right here, brother. When you take her not for lust. Take her for who the Most High made her. Hallelujah. And if she's not ready for it, don't even sit there and be so lustful that you want to try to make her ready for something that if you mature enough to know she ain't ready for, don't do that to yourself as a man. Don't do that to yourself as a woman. If you're a woman that begin prepared and then some man come along and he not prepared, wait on him until he prepared then. Stop being hot in the drawers, because when you're hot in the drawers, it leads to you bringing forth kids you're not ready to take care of. Bringing forth kids you ain't set up a nice foundation for. You set up a bad environment for. Now they in the environment where it's chaos, and the mom and the father all about them, all about their emotions, all about their trauma and pain. And now the kids are being attacked by spirits. The spirits coming in. You wonder why your kids promiscuous. You didn't have the spirit of truth to have the discernment you needed. So yeah, your kids was busy playing house. They was playing house with their cousin and them. They was kissing cousins and them. They was playing mama. And then the son, he was playing the mama when he yeah. And so now he getting effeminate because he put on a little skirt, but because y'all so busy arguing and fighting, and daddy not at home half of the time, mama not there half of the time. She worried about turning up, living her best life, and they busy arguing. They not even paying no attention to the kids. When you have the balance you're supposed to have in your marriage, you're gonna have the mindset you need to have to take care of your children. When you're your balance is off in your marriage, your mind will be off to take care of your children. Point blank and simple, man. Make it make sense.
Facts are. I mean, that's
healthy marriage, healthy children.
Marriage. Come
How
on
about that? That happy life, happy wife, happy marriage, happy children, happy marriage, happy family, happy marriage, righteous fruits. Come on, somebody.
Come on.
Let's talk real talk. Let's put away the narrative of the world. Let's let that trash go. Put that thing in the garbage disposal. It ain't no good. It ain't no good. We don't want to hear it no more. I'm so sick of hearing it. I don't want to hear it. Happy life, happy wife. Just submit to the wife. Just submit to the one. No, we gonna stand up and submit to y'all. Woman, you submit to y'all. Man, you submit to y'all. Then y'all ain't got to complain, because if you really look at it from a mature spiritual sense, you're not just submitting to a man. You're submitting to the man based off of what your creator told you to submit to. You thinking, and a lot of y'all women, it's the man who wants, it's Yah who said submit. And if you go get the wrong man and open up your legs to the wrong man, you should be complaining about how you allowed yourself to do that. And then if you did, you can't beat up the man. Now he growing. He don't mature, and you still traumatized about what he didn't know when he wasn't even a man, didn't know how to be a man. Now y'all don't have the understanding to work together now. Now y'all can work together, y'all can heal together, y'all can work, but no. You wanna be traumatized of what he didn't know. You want to be traumatized about what she didn't know. Now she growing, but now you want to tap out. Now he growing, you want to tap. It's just a weak people. We've been made to be a weak, feeble-minded, buckling knees, folding under pressure type of people. We got to stand up and fight by all means necessary. We got to have the patience we need to have. We got to have the mercy we need to have. We need to have the love that we need to have. We don't even love, you love her body, man. You love what her body can do. You love what you've seen advertised when you was a child all the way up to your adulthood, what a woman can do with her body, because that's what you was fed through music videos and late night movies and uncut ETs. And that's what was portrayed in your mind. So now you became in love with this image of a woman from the world, sponsored by the world. And if it's sponsored by the world, you must know that the world is not of Yah. So you got to let that sponsorship go. That's not the way the Most High wanted you to look at a woman as a man. But now that's how you look at her. That's why you don't care less about her. You don't even care about it. You don't even care about her at all. You don't even care about him. All you think about is a ride. You can hop on this one and hop on that one. Oh, it's this side, it's that side. You don't care. You care about how this gonna make you feel today in the bedroom and how that bag gonna make you feel. You don't care about his mind, his heart, his hurt, his pain, his maturity, his wisdom. You're not attracted to wisdom. You're attracted to what he can do with his body, what size it is, how big the bag is, how large the bank account. You're not worried about loving each other as family. You're not worried about that. It's a disconnection.
Come on now.
And because we disconnected, the children disconnected. They don't know how to be brothers and sisters because you didn't show them unity as a mother and father. Now they brothers and sisters killing each other. Brothers and sisters molesting each other. Brothers and sisters fighting and arguing like Negroes on the street. Because mom and dad brought that spirit in and it came in on the children. Now you're looking at the children like, man, I don't know who taught all that. Yeah. Okay.
Come on, Doc. You cooking.
I got a little upset.
Come on. Oh, you good, Doc. Hey, man, you cooking, you know. And it's the reason why we got that murdering spirit. That murdering spirit that is on the youth. You know, we got that murdering spirit. We got the lesbian spirit. We got the turn up spirit. We got all of that because the majority of the time, the parents, they don't want to turn from that. And then you look at, like you said, then you look at the children and you wonder why, where did they go wrong? They went wrong because you went wrong. Because you want to live this lifestyle. You listening to the same sexy red that the little 12-year-old is listening to. You on TikTok, she right there by you. You shaking your behind, she shaking her behind. You selling drugs, he's selling drugs. Or you effeminate, he's effeminate. Raising homosexual thugs on drugs. Homosexual thugs on drugs. Ain't nobody understand what the heck is you saying. It's kind of retarded.
Come
on, man. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just being real because we got to see this. We got to see this like this is. Hey, we got to see this like this is. And they're looking at all of these, you know, they want to glorify going to prison. Prison is not fun. I've been there. It's not fun. Having your pants hanging down your behind, that is something that started in jail. That means that the punk wanted your behind. That's how that started. And then now you got a generation of who want to show their behind, and you don't even know that that's an introduction to another man want to get in your behind. But you don't know that because you haven't had a real father to be in the home. Or if he was, maybe he taught you how to be that. Maybe because he went down and did a bid. Because he was in and out of prison, in and out of jail. And now you got that same spirit on you too. You in and out. Or he didn't went in and got turned out. And now you walking around prancing and everything too. And the mama okay with it because she really don't like a man anyway. So yeah, go ahead and do what you want to do.
Exposable.
Come on, man.
A woman and a man has been taught different things against each other, especially in the Black community. And we have to understand that a woman has been taught in this world, even by the Caucasian man who runs the world right now, right? The devil and his culture.
Her manager more than she respect her man. Hello.
Come on. She tell you shut up, be quiet, but wouldn't dare say that because she don't want to lose a check. She ain't gonna stomp around and turn her neck because
and tell the food stamp people to shut up. They'll cut them stamps off, cut the wig off, cut the snaps off.
Yeah. Well, man, what can we do? They put on a whole nother voice. Hello, this is so and so, and I'm just trying to. When you come to you, I don't gotta listen to you. This and that. Some of y'all gotta understand this. Look, man, stop surrendering your authority. The devil has set us up to not come back to being man so that we can raise up our daughters and also even teach women what manship is even before they get married, because they can look at you. You could be an example to an unmarried woman what a man is, and she can say, I want that. And now you got a woman who's in want and pursuit of what a man really is. But if you don't want to stand up for what a man really is before you get the behind, guess what? They don't see that. They're not coming for that. So what I'm saying is stop surrendering your authority for a piece of tail, because then when you surrender your authority for some tail, you know she ain't right, but she swung that behind just right. She did some tricks. She busted down. She busted open. And now you mesmerized. You done been bewitched with her body as a wand. The body is now like a form of witchcraft. She do a certain move and you are just jumping in your heart. Your mind is gone. You have no type of self-control. Then you just say whatever, you surrender your authority, you lay down with her, and then you don't became hoodwinked. You don't became under a net, under a sorcery. Now, every time she take away, you getting some and you doing this and that. Either you go out and you get it from another Jezebel, or you submit to everything that woman wants, even when she ain't right. Because guess what? You not after the Most High, you after her behind. That is a sad shame of a man. Let's be real. You after behind. You talking about I gotta go to the club. You can't see no behind. You go crazy. Who's after the kingdom? You after some behind. You keep surrendering your authority for some behind.
Come on, yeah.
You talking, I want authority. I want to be an authority man. Every time you see us, even when you a man, and if you got a good woman at home and you surrender your authority to a woman on the street, you ain't gonna stay the same. You gonna wax worse. You ain't gonna even be what you need to be, and you got the woman you need. Talk about that.
Come on,
wake up, man. Rise up and take back your power, man. Be the man of your house. Take care of your wife, man. Take care of your daughters. Walking out here with your daughters having booty shorts on, and the Bible says prostitute not your daughter. You think ain't no man looking at your daughter, bro? You never experienced life. Come on, man. Wake up, stop being such a weak man, and stand up and be a righteous man. Not just any man, not just what man was taught to be in the world as a man of Yah.
Yeah, come on.
A man of Yah. We sick of this, man. This stuff is leading to so much tragedy. When you get to the judgment day and you find out that because you wasn't the man you were supposed to be, you led this, you gave room for this. If it happens after you did what you're supposed to do as a mother and a father, your hands is obviously clean. But it's not clean if you didn't do what you were supposed to do. And if you didn't repent for what you didn't do right. Repent. If you did wrong, this ain't to keep you down. This is to say, don't be sitting there happy-go-lucky like you ain't got nothing to repent about. Repent and do what you can to make a better stand. Even if you can't for your own children, do it for somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? Forgive your parents if they didn't know and if they're trying to turn it around. Forgive, because we've been under heavy curses. You got to understand. Now is a different time in the season. There's more wisdom, there's more knowledge out now than it was then. There ain't no excuses for nobody's wickedness, but it is to say, hey, we got a greater opportunity. Let's take care of it and let's break some chains for mama and daddy. And if mama and daddy is repentant, let's receive our mothers and fathers. Let's look at this thing bigger. Let's look at this thing like real men. Let's look at these things like real brothers and sisters of the kingdom. Let's rise up above all this curse. Let's rise up above all this fake, faulty narratives of the devil. Let's break every chain, pluck out everything that don't belong, and build this nation, build this kingdom, build our mindsets onto Yahuwah Sabaoth, because he the king. Come on, man.
Come on, dog. Man, fire. That's man, you just dropping nuggets after nuggets. That's exactly what it is. I'm gonna read a couple of comments. Shalom, brother Allen. He says, "Flee youthful lust." Yeah, that's right. Men just spilling seed all over the place. Yeah, that's you know.
Bad. No, you don't love yourself when you do that as a man. You cannot cherish yourself when your seed is supposed to be sacred. You ain't no king. Kings don't just do that. That's not what they was doing. And when they did have multiple wives, they took care of them. They was in the kingdom. You just putting seed like you ain't who you are. You of a royalty. You acting like you don't even cherish yourself no more, black man, or what Israelite man. You don't even care. You don't even care. You don't even see your seed as charitable. This is your seed. This gonna be your offspring. This gonna be your lineage, man. This is not a game. You don't even care about your lineage is also your legacy. That's a part of your legacy that's left behind.
Right.
And if you leave behind, because you leave behind what you left behind, your children, and now they have that. They're a product of a left behind children from their father, and this is your legacy. And then when you get up there in the kingdom, you got to look down and see, woe is me. Look what I done did, and look what I done left. Come on, man.
Come on out. Come on.
This ain't no game. Wake up, maturity. Put away the childish behavior. Like you said, put away the youthful lust. Man, we gotta wake up. This is why we can't build, because everybody want to play. Everybody don't want to talk. Nobody wants to really talk about real stuff like this. Can we talk and not talk? The reason why you say can we, because some people can't. They can't handle that. They can't handle deep conversations. They can't handle conversations that cut. They can't handle conversations that make you have to really think and really consider. You can't handle it because you used to being docile. You used to being weak. It's time to rise up.
Come on now. And that's the reason why that, it's like, well, my brother, he has Righteous Talk, podcast, and we got, and we talk and not talk. These are things that needs to be said. But now, if it was about exposing somebody or exposing some leader, exposing this and this and this, everybody be here with their popcorn and everything. But when it comes down to real topics, real things that needs to be talking about, people scatter like roaches when the lights come on. Gone.
Come on, bro.
When are we going to be able to? Okay, let me say it like this. A whole lot of us, we like to talk. We need unity. We need to come back. But then we don't do nothing about it. We don't do nothing about it. Nothing.
Be a father to the fatherless. Be a mother to the motherless. Let's stop letting this stuff live. Let's kill it with action. You ain't killing nothing with no action. No action, no change. You keep talking. Talk the truth, but walk in the truth. Stand up. You see that fatherless child? And you a man, you alpha male, right? You should be alpha male enough to do what you can for that young man. You know what I'm saying? Without going into the mama house talking about, I want you to be my combat and do the woman wrong. And now you just got all dysfunction in your house and her house now because you went into a woman who was a single woman trying to come into the truth and change her life. Yeah, she does some things ain't wrong, but you didn't go take your place as a minister or moray and go in there and try to be a father to the fatherless. It should be that moray should have the chance to, if you are a single woman and you got kids out of control and you trying to come into the truth, this is the real circumstances we dealing with. How are we we now going to deal with this? What we got to think of? Let's talk. Can we talk or not talk? Okay, so how we going to deal with it? You need to be a woman that when you see a righteous man, can this man tell your kids we not having that? You going to stop talking to your mother like that. We not going to do that. Some of y'all, oh, don't talk to my kid. You don't want the structure, but then you want to get some fruit that don't come from what it is you trying to do. It comes from when we do what thus says the Most High. That's why he said, be a father to the fathers. Some righteous man need to step in and tell your kids to sit down and shut up. Tell your kids, I say, if you do that one more time, you going in the corner. Yeah, if you do that one more time, I'm putting you on a punishment, and I'm gonna check what you want. What about that?
Hey, the problem is not all, but some, but majority of them, they're not looking to help the fatherless, but they trying to get into the draws. Can we talk or not talk?
It's all about getting close to the mama. It's all about getting close to. It ain't even about the kids. You weak man. You don't even care. That kid could be something great.
Come on.
If you can just be a mature and righteous man and be a fatherless to the father, be a father to the fatherless, and not only that, if the scriptures say be a father to the fatherless, don't you think as a woman? But we so out of order as people, we can't even trust that. A lot of people can't even trust that. Where a mother should be able to be a mother to even up if she has the strength to take on her kids, or what if it's a woman that can't have kids? But guess what? There's a father out there that lost his wife. And right now, he don't have no wife, but can he have a sister that know how to be a mother? Can y'all keep it clean? Do y'all have to go beyond the law of Yahuwah, go lay down and talk about we get married? Can you just be a mother to my children right now? Because your sister gone. Sister left. Can you help her legacy right now? And then if you do want to be my wife, will you do it the right way? Come on, it's both hand in hand, man and woman. It's a lack of maturity. It's a lack of care for the nation. It's a lack of care for one another. Everybody trying to prey off somebody. It's crazy, biting and devouring, not caring for nobody else. You that man over here and lost his wife. You over there, you just trying to worry about being. What about the children? He a single man. That's hard for a man. He not necessarily a nurturer in the way that a woman is. He's lost some. That man has lost something. Can you step up as a sister of the faith? You love your brother, right? Where's the love there? Can brother, do you need a hand? Where's the love? And then where can anybody do that who's not after other things? What if you're not his wife? Can you still be a mother to his children for the time being until he gets a wife? Can you step in? Can you, it's just out of order, y'all. It's so bad.
Come on. I'm gonna read this comment right here. Shalom, brother Vic. The law tells us to honor the parents, and the rock tells us to be responsible to a single mother's children rather than trying to get with her. Yeah, that's true, brother.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. And that's the problem. You busy trying to get with the woman, so now you don't get no action from her, and she starting to look at another brother. You don't feel in love with her. You ain't got no maturity. You must be there to be a father to the kids. You don't feel in love with a woman that don't want you like that, but she appreciate what you doing. Now you don't stop the job on what you did. You forgot the relationship you built with the kids based off of what action she ain't giving to you, what attention she ain't giving to you. You might not be her type of husband, but she like your fatherhood shit. Why? Right. Why can't we be a community that works like this? Why can't we be you remember back in the day they said take a village to raise some children, especially these children.
Oh yeah.
Man, we need to help each other. You love each other, you help each other. Man, if you know a sister didn't have the proper understanding of motherhood, she come in the truth and you see there's some things she don't understand about a righteous mother, you shouldn't be putting her down, because guess what? We all have things we need to learn. Why ain't you that wise sister that can go, hey, sister, let me talk to you. Grab your sister and just, first of all, sister, I want to hug you. And then I want to talk to you, sister, because I've been led by my heart and I don't want you to take nothing the wrong way. And I know these topics can get real rocky because, girl, we done been through some things. Come on, somebody. And then you say to her, sis, but I see some things that you doing that can be causing even more effect on you. And I want you to be able to grow into this truth even more. But if you tie down right here, it might stop you. So please listen to me, because, sister, I'm coming with love. You don't even have the patience to talk to your sister like that. Everybody just, I see something. I don't want her around that and that. What about, come on, man. Come on now, man.
Come on. Exactly what it is. But that goes back to what I believe Sister Rose said earlier. You know, everybody's out for themselves. Everybody want to be selfish. If I can't gain nothing for myself, then why should I try to help? That's the type of attitude that a lot, not all, but some of our people have. If I can't satisfy me, then I don't want it. I reject it. Oh yeah, I help the child, but if I can't get in your pants, then I'm gonna stop the job. Or
And
vice
now the
versa.
kids traumatized because they really liked it. They really
Come
loved you.
on.
And
Man,
they
I
heart,
thought
they
that
seen
man
you as
was
a
a good
father figure
brother,
they didn't have.
man.
You didn't even see
Come
that. You
on.
didn't care about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, you didn't care about that. Oh,
Is brother Chris coming back?
yeah, come on. Oh, he only came when it looked like mama was bouncing her behind and she was gonna get him some. Uh-oh.
Then the sister really needed, and the devil over there creeping in her mind. Go ahead, just, and she like, well, my kids need. And then now he helped her be weaker, and now she
Come
ready to
on.
go over there and submit to a man that ain't a man. And now she in a relationship, a polygamy relationship, and she the fifth woman.
Come on now, talk about it. Hey, man, some of y'all brothers need to stop forcing I'm saying y'all better stop trying to force these women to be in these polygamy relationships. If they're not willing to be in that, stop manipulating them and stop trying to get them to compromise and make them to feel sorry to be with your tail. Because you can't control your lust. You can't control that member. But you're a man of Yah. Come on, man.
Can we talk and not talk, Aki?
Can we talk or not talk? That's right, brother. You say accountability. Accountability is all but gone. Let's be the light.
Come on. Let's be the light. That's right, Ak.
Come on out.
That's
And,
right.
and family, as we get ready to land this plane, man, this is serious. This is I just pray that we all take this in consideration, because this is hurting our children, hurting us as a people. We have to be able to, like the brothers been saying all night, just dropping nuggets after nuggets. The parents, we have to come back to the Most High and get away from our selfishness to even to begin to heal. But yeah, he said, got to do a part two. Yeah, Most High willing. Yeah, it might have to be a part two, my brother. But this is, we definitely, we have to be able to heal. And that's like what the scripture said, paraphrasing, train up a child the way they should go, and they'll never depart from the faith. But if you're not training them in the way they need to go, then shoot, you might have to worry about them departing, because they're not going to even start. Go ahead, my brother. I know you got something.
Look, man. It's like we have become many of our people have become so docile. Like you don't even know you have an enemy. Like you don't know that enemy is coming for your kids. And it's like that thing's so real right now, because it's like, are you that numb that it don't really matter? We gonna keep doing the same thing, keep fussing and fighting and going down the same road. And these kids, now they out here like we on demon time. Yeah, because they grew up in an environment that was perfect to cultivate them into demons.
Come on.
Can we talk about it?
Can we talk?
Come on. I'm just saying. It's like they're numb. It's like the devil has done a great job. And I don't like saying that. I don't even want to say a great job. I rebuke that. I want to say he has done a big job. Let me say that. I rebuke you, Satan. But you've done a big job on us in that way. Our people. Like to where it's like, y'all don't even see you don't see the importance. Like it ain't penetrated your heart. It ain't broke you. It ain't made you weep and say, I can't go on like this. I've got to stand up. I got to do what I got to do by all means necessary to get to my Abba, to teach my children the ways of the will of the Most High Yah. I cannot go down this lane. I see this lane. I see where it's going. I cannot act like I'm blind no more when the opportunity to see has come to me. I gotta care for my babies. I gotta take time to look at my daughters and see how they're growing, and not just have my daughters in the room all the time. But I gotta have family meetings, and when I'm praying, I'm thinking about Abba. What is it that I need to see about my daughters in such a wicked world where the devil trying to take our girls and use them as weapons of mass destruction? Abba, what do I need to see about my son? What is it that I don't know? What is the devil trying to do? What is the plan of them demons that's trying to scheme? Abba, I love my family, Abba. I want to know how to protect my family, Abba, in this season, in this time, Abba. I want to see what I need to do. I want to know where I need to be. I want to have the mindset I need to have to be the conqueror I need to be. I am no longer willing to be a part of the problem, but I just desire to be a part of the solution, to be a revolutionary man of you, oh Abba Yahuwah. I don't want to play no more games. I don't want to be here talking about I wish I coulda, shoulda over my kid's casket, over my wife's casket. I want to stand in place.
Come on.
I want to be in place. I don't want to be a part of this no more. I see it. It is terrible. I confess it's so bad. I feel bad for having any hand in it. Teach me how to be a righteous man, how to love with my authority your daughter, your help me that you made for. I don't want to just take authority and think that I can just do anything to your daughters, Abba. I don't want that type of mindset neither. So wherever that's wrong, teach me that too, because I know that's part of balance. That's part of letting that ruach flow in this marriage, flow in this household, about covering our children. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Or you can say Yada Yahuwah for those who you get mad when somebody say hallelujah. You know, I'm transitioning, but whatever. Yada Yahuwah. Come on, somebody.
Come on, Doc. Man, that's just, man, you hit the nail straight on the head. That's all we're trying to nail in here, family. That, you know, we all have to take responsibility. I'm taking responsibility by once was a part of the problem, no matter if it happened to me or not, which it did. But guess what? I'm not playing no blame game. I'm not pointing here, pointing there. No, I was once part of the problem. Now I want to be part of the solution. So one of the things that I know that the Most High, as He's given me this position to be on this podcast, is to help heal and deliver things that I helped to destroy. I want to help to restore it by the grace and the mercy of the Most High Yah first, because if it wasn't for Him, I would be destroyed. I would be nothing. I am nothing without the Most High. So that's don't get that twisted. He's first before anything. But now I want to be the one. My brother wants to be the one. As we came from gang banging, came from all different type of backgrounds, things that if we mention it on here, oh man, Dr. Phil ain't got nothing on the stories. Real talk. But we're here now as young men, still in our youth. All praise be to the Most High that He allowed us to escape that and make it out. That we're here now to help my brother here. He is a father. I have seen it. I have witnessed it. Helping to break these generational curses. I'm an uncle helping to break the generational curses. I don't have kids myself or children of my own, but I'm going to be that positive role model, that positive man who is going to follow the Most High and show my brothers. I got younger siblings. I'm the oldest siblings. Or if it's somebody's in the faith and it's a single woman and they need help, and not to go there with the intentions of trying to be with her, but to be of a good use for the Most High, to help to reach the youth. Me and my brother Alan, we've been doing a series also too, and sister from Narrow the Way, it starts in your innocence. These things are real. These are the things that should be in the algorithm, but you know, Satan knows that this is going to help break these strongholds and break these yokes. This is serious and serious topic. I thank my brother for and commend him for the work that he is doing as he has his ministry. We're going to get to that too in a minute. But to be the age that he is, and even though he's younger than me, but the Most High has given him that authority to be a leader in this time. And for somebody who is older than him as far as age-wise, but I see the spiritual maturity on my brother. And I see what he's doing. I had a glimpse of how he's living. I had a glimpse of some of the other brothers. A lot of brothers out here who is doing it, who is in their children's lives and want to be there. We commend y'all. This is not to down nobody, no man, no woman. But we have to speak real. This is the end times. Can't come with no sugarcoating thing. Nothing just gonna have you laughing and nobody being edified. No. We're gonna tell you by experience and by what the Most High has given us to share to the people that if it could just be one who this might can help. Don't matter if you older than us or younger than us, because we all need it. We all pretty much has came from some type of traumatized background, no matter if it was in the hood or if you was out in church your whole life. Trauma doesn't have it's not racist. It don't matter if you was black, white, from the hood or rich. But let's get healed out here, family. So this is what we were trying to nail in today. I pray that this was edifying. My brother, you have any closing words, and then we're going to get to where people can find you at, my brother. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to say I know I could get real hyped because
That's
just
you
me.
know that's good. Come on.
I got fire in me, and I'm unapologetic about that fire. But I do want people to understand that fire is real, and what we was talking about here today is it's very serious, and we really need to take heed, all of us. And it's a journey. Being a father and a mother in such a broken world, broken nation, it's a journey. Being a father and a mother that is fit to bring up, kids that have a good head on their shoulders in a world which is trying to redo everything that you're trying to do right or that you are doing right. It's tough. And we need to care about each other. We need to love each other, like the Most High said, and we need to really consider the hardships that people are going through. And if any way, everybody just want to be a minister. Everybody want to be a moray. Everybody want to be a prophet. Everybody want to be a deacon. Everybody want to be a prophetess and all of this and that. But everybody's not called to that. Some of y'all is called to be the parts that's because the morays and the ministers always can't go do that. But guess what? Brothers and sisters who have the gift to do that should. But guess what? They busy trying to operate in somebody else's gift. But you don't even know that you're supposed to be over there being a father to the father. You don't even know that you're supposed to be over there checking on your sister. The Most High gave you a heart of abundance of kindness, and it's a widow that you're supposed to be as a sister checking on and going to keep her company. You got the patience, you got time, and no, you instead you just want to be a teacher. And I'm not saying you can't be both, but I'm saying if you're not that, what is your function? Everybody got one, and everybody got a positive function in truth. So what is yours? Like. Stop trying to do everything else with everybody else, man. This is what also comes against headship because everybody want to be the head, right? Everybody want to be the hand. Everybody want to know that's a dysfunctional, rearranged body, man. So like, we got to be mature as young adults, elders. It don't matter. And I just pray that. This motivated somebody, that somebody got some understanding. It got real heated. It got real hype up in here, but I hope you don't take it for granted. I'm not here to play. I didn't come on here to just be seen. I come on here to make a statement. And I pray that you heard what you heard from my mouth, edified you and inspired you. As it says in the scriptures, speak that which is edifying to the hearers. And so that's what I wanted to do. And I hope that that's what it gave to you. And it's an honor to be here, my brother. Thank you once again. It's an honor to speak to you, brothers and sisters. And like I always like to say, even when I go live, without Yahuwah, I would be nothing. So if you see the light on me, if he could do it with me, and I'm testifying, he could do it with you. Just keep working. Don't get jealous. Don't get envious. Keep grinding, and you will fulfill your created purpose. Don't get distracted. It's a lot of distractions. We all got to fight it. Don't be complacent. Keep going. And this how we going to be able to see what we need to destroy. It's how we going to see what we need to pluck out, uproot. It's how we going to see what we need to not do and what we need to do as brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, husbands and wives, and children. All praise to the Most High.
Come on, brother. Yes, all praise to the Most High. And that's that's what we needed to hear too. Also, yes, most definitely. Sister Rose, great podcast, real talk, blessings, both you brothers. Keep up the good work. Shalom, shalom, blessings to you,
Shalom.
Sister Rose. Thank you for your constant support. Thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for commenting. All of that it definitely helps. It helps, push the videos and that it can go further than just where it's at. So thank you for that. You play a big part in that too. So I definitely appreciate that. And my brother, so we're gonna get to the part right here that let the people know where you could be found, your ministry, and all that good stuff, my brother.
Well, if you don't know, I see a couple of people that probably already know and already on the page. But for the ones who's not on the page and don't know where you can find me at, I am on Facebook under Yeruel ben Israel. Yeruel ben Israel, or you can find me on another Facebook, which is Yeruel, not the Ben Israel, just Yeruel, which Yeru is spelled Yeru and Yeruel is spelled Yeruel, right? So when you put those names in there, you'll see me. Also, you can find me on another Facebook, which is Leading with Hava. Hava is Ahava. I'm gonna say it again. Hava is Ahava, which means love, right? But it means love in Hebrew, which is Hava. So Leading with Hava. You'll find me on Facebook, on that Facebook, or on YouTube under Leading with Hava. Ahava. Leading with Hava. Go subscribe if you want to see what we're doing over there. A lot of there's a couple podcasts with my brother Chris on there as well. So we just be networking together. And also, he is a great help. Also a part of my ministry as well. So when you go see some of that, you're gonna hear a reader in the back, and that is your brother right there, Chris Briggs. So with that said, I appreciate you, brother. And that's where y'all can find me. Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yes, Con. Yes, definitely. Y'all make sure y'all go check out my brother. Sabbath teaching, Sabbath class, on Facebook and YouTube, and also Righteous Talk podcast too. You News with Yeru. Y'all check my brother out too. Definitely is dropping some major nuggets, things that you're not going to hear on no local news or nothing like that, and it's coming from biblical aspect too as well too. So y'all make sure y'all gonna check my brother, man. Subscribe, like, share, comment, the whole nine. It's my brother right here. It's my moray right here. I love my brother. It's the one who baptized me, this is my brother right here. So this is what it is, and I thank you again, my brother, for coming on. Thank you for the wisdom that Most High allows you to the brain just dropping just nothing but nuggets, man. It's cooking. This another one, man. It might have to be a part two.
Hey,
see what the Most High do.
Might have to bring somebody else up. It'd be nice to have a sister who can, expound too. But I'm willing. It don't matter. If you want me to come back, I'll come back again.
Oh yes, Con. Okay, and I'm glad you did mention that too, because I know on my end, for sure, and my brother probably can, speak for himself. But yeah, I have been looking for, some a sister who is, who is in the faith and the truth, who is serious, and that would like to, come on and give a another perspective coming from a woman, a sister who, who is in the Most High now, and to get that perspective because, I know this one was kind of, uh, a main topic, but it goes both ways because we kind of have to, we have to be balanced and we have to be real. But it definitely will be, I believe it'll be edifying to have a sister, who like to join. So I'll reach out for that too. Um, if it's the Most High will, then the Most High will be done. But nevertheless, we thank y'all for joining this podcast. We pray everybody has a blessed night. The Most High continue to lead and guide you. Continue to, like the brother was saying, stay encouraged, stay motivated, family. But don't let nothing stop you. Not even your own self. Let the Most High lead and guide you. You can do it. You can do it. My brother brings a lot of encouragement and motivation. Teachings is so on point. I just pray that y'all be able to go look at my brother's his teachings and subscribe, family. Because it's definitely brother dropping nothing but nuggets. So with that being said, this your brother Chris. This is my brother.
Yeru?
And this is another edition of Can We Talk or Not Talk?
Not talk.
We out of here, family. Shalom,
Let's
shalom.
go.
Thanks for watching. Can We Talk or Not Talk podcast? Hallelujah. Shalom, shalom, family.